Since late December, I have been hard fixated on the Sonic franchise. I have watched the films, the third 3 times in the cinema, Prime and Boom, and played the 1993 Sonic game and Sonic Exchange Generations, which I'm still playing through at the moment. So of course, this means that I have bought a few figures. Hello and welcome to Jakks, where today we'll be taking a look at a few Sonic 3 5-inch figures from Jakks Pacific. Now, I wasn't aware of the different sizes that Jakks figures came in, and thought they were all the same scale, until I put my classic Metal Sonic next to Movie Shadow. I should have realised due to the price difference, but oh well. Anyway, this video is about the movie figures, so let's start with Sonic. This is a really pretty figure, captured and designed incredibly well in plastic. I really enjoy how the face looks. The expression, the sculpting, the way the eyes have been done is borderline perfect, and so is the rest of the sculpt. The fur, the gloves, the shoes, the quills, they all come together to make what is probably the best Sonic for your money. However, Mike has a QC issue with his left leg. It's not in all the way. It doesn't hinder posing nor ability. It just looks odd. But I know yours will have the same issue as mine. Just to prove that it doesn't hinder posing, he can stand. Well, he can't really, but we'll get to that in the articulation segment. Tails is so cute. I love how innocent he looks. It fits his character so well. Whilst my favourite Tails is 9 from Prime, this is a great version of the character from the movie. He is so well detailed, like his best friend, but there is one problem: his tails. They are so heavy, which means he is prone to falling over. If they were hollow, it'd probably be fine, but other than that, he's just as good as Sonic. Now it's time for the ultimate life form, Gerald Robotnik's greatest creation and the character Scourge wishes he was: Shadow, the Hedgehog. This is my favourite of the three. He is absolutely incredible. The sculpt, the expression, the colours, they all work together to make a mould-breaking figure. This was my first Sonic figure, and it's why I went down this rabbit hole in the first place. Words cannot describe how much I adore this figure, and it's cheaper than a deluxe class Transformer. Now it's time for Articulation, which is obviously the main selling point of these three. So we'll start with Sonic first. I just want to point out he can't really stand on carpet really well, which is annoying because, well, my main surface is carpet that I take photos on, but it doesn't matter because I'm not a professional anyway. So the head is on, I think it's a ball joint, because you can get some wiggly waggly there. They are on universals, I would say. You can get, obviously, well, the shoulders are, because they've got a butterfly joint. There you can do the full 360 of the shoulder, but it's very tight. This is my most recent of the Sonic 3 figures, so it probably explains why it's really tight. You do have bicep swivel, you do have double jointed elbow, you do also have an elbow swivel due to the way that it's all connected. The joints and stuff work in the arm. Wrist swivel, wrist articulation, which I think is absolutely incredible. You do have opening hands there. You do have a back crunch and an ab crunch depending on how you pose him normally. That's due to the waist swivel that he comes with, which does break the sculpt of here, but it doesn't really matter, because you won't be seeing it when you're doing some running poses. He does have very weird joints for the thigh, the thigh. They're in an angle, so like to bend them, it feels like you're gonna break them, but you've just got to like push it in and then bend it. And then you do have thigh swivel, the same system that you have on the elbows for the knees. You do have ankle tilt, which is on a ball, and I can't tell if you have ankle rotation. It looks like you do, but I just don't want to break my figure to test that out. Now, Tails is kind of the same as Sonic, however, he has some limitations due to obviously the size of the sculpt. Head is on the same sort of joint as Sonic, and obviously Shadow will have the same. The arms are the same, apart from the rotation there is moulded into the forearm and not a separate piece like in Sonic and you'll see in Shadow. He does have a wrist swivel and the same hand construction as Sonic and you'll see in Shadow as well. Knees are, well, not knees, thighs are the same. Obviously there's no waist swivel due to the sculpt of the figure. There is no, there is kinda, obviously the knees are the same as the arms. and you do have, as sort of was mentioned in Sonic as well, you do have ankle movement for up and down. My Tails is a bit warped, but I'm just going to presume that is where it was stored, because I got this from Amazon. Tails are all in a rotation, they're on universals, and you've got a rotation at the base, so you can spin them around if you get him into any helicopter flying poses, which I would love to, but I don't have a figure stand. Now Shadow is basically Sonic, but far improved, because he can actually stand on his own, which is amazing. For a Sonic figure with a massive head, he does have the same movement as Sonic. Everything is basically the same as Sonic, but he can actually stand, and he does have kind of like a rotation here on the feet, and he obviously does have the same stuff. Basically everything is the same as Sonic, but he can actually stand. And obviously it's Shadow, so he's a lot more cooler in design, well, in my opinion anyway. Overall, these are great figures, especially for £15. If you only get one, Shadow's a definite buy. I have the Wave 2 Shadow, which is still widely available in Smiths. Sonic and regular Tails are hard to find, so I ordered from Amazon. And Knuckles, someone please tell me where to get him. I have been Jinx, and this is my look at Sonic the Hedgehog 5-inch figures by Jakks. Don't forget to check my book out, the links will be in the description, and I will see you in a minute to look at another character for the franchise we all love.